YouTube is rolling out its new policy for content creators and cyberbullying, while Nike goes even more multicultural with its dry fit for Muslims. Lastly, the wearables market is doubling, which means it could be a super big opportunity for entrepreneurs in the wearable space. Those are today's 3 news bits from Venture Daily, presented by VC Hunting and me. Let's jump into it. There's a new YouTube policy against personal attacks. Google said in a statement Wednesday that it's updating harassment policy for YouTube to curb explicit threats, as well as veiled or implied threats and personal attacks against viewers and content creators. Google says it's strengthening its policies in part because it saw a growing trend of creators harassing other creators on the platform. In particular, it saw an uptick in creators starting YouTube channels dedicated to harassment. I don't know if this is a huge issue out there, but let me know if you guys are seeing any more YouTube channels being censored. I know that in my cryptocurrency days, this used to be a daily norm. The cryptocurrency YouTubers were getting censored, shadow banned. Is this still happening? Is this part of YouTube's new policy to make sure that it only shows what it wants you to see? Nike Dry Fit for Muslims is rolling out, guys. Nike seems committed to accommodating female athletes, and that goes for recreational as well as the professional. This week, Nike announced the launch of its Victory swimsuit. Designed with Muslim modesty in mind, the Victory suit has required some truly technical considerations. Although wearers won't be as equipped to compete as swimmers wearing, say, Speedo's fast skin, the Victory suit points to a cultural shift that sees athletics as something more than competitive sports. Rather, physical activity is something crucial to women's identity and self-esteem. Another way of looking at this is Nike's opportunity to get even more into niche cultures. Now, this is an interesting move, but we've seen this before from Nike's marketing department. I wonder whether these types of niches are really profitable. Lastly, the wearables market doubles. This is a big deal for all of those engineers out there that are building for the wearables market. The market for wearables, from smartwatches to souped-up headphones, is surging. Last quarter, sales rose 96% from the year earlier per IDC. The market is shifting from a niche to the mainstream at a time when smartphone growth is slowing. Apple led the way thanks to Apple Watch and AirPods. It sold 29.5 million wearables, up from 10 million in the same quarter the year earlier. Apple was followed by Xiaomi, Samsung, Huawei, and Fitbit. By category, smart earwear led the way with shipments of 40.7 million devices, up from 11.9 million in the third quarter of last year. As you guys clearly see, I'm not a big wearables user. It's not something that I just don't wear watches. So I wonder, is the holiday season ripe for wearables? Are you going to be getting your loved ones wearables this year? Let us know in the comments below. True startup story time. Guys, as a founder, I'm often asked, what are my go-to tools and technology that I use as I begin a startup? Well, that's easy. One of them is Dropbox. Dropbox is the easiest way to ensure that all your files and documents are synced on all devices, whether it be mobile, your local desktop, or remote. We want to thank Dropbox for supporting VCHunting.com, and make sure to get your 30-day trial free at dropbox.com/business. Welcome back, guys, to Venture Daily with me, Peter Saddington. What to do if your startup idea already exists? This is one of those articles that I definitely wanted to read out to you guys and give my color commentary to. This is from Abdo Rainey. Chances are that there's a solution on the market for what your idea is seeking to solve. The potential of the idea should not be judged by whether there is a competing solution on the market. No matter how competitive or underserved the market is, there's always room for innovation and differentiation. The short answer to what to do if your startup idea already exists: don't be discouraged. You can still build a successful startup. I would completely agree with this. There's there's, let's just say, quotes back in the day in maybe a famous book that there's nothing new under the sun. There really isn't. And so the question is how can you differentiate yourself away from the pack? Competition is a good sign. People paying for and using competing projects signal market validation and the customer's budget allocation to solve a problem. Launching disruptive first-to-market solutions does not immune startups from competition or failure. Back in the 90s, Webvan launched the first grocery on-demand service with close to $400 million in funding. The company ceased operations after going public. In 2012, Instacart launched the same idea, but with lots of lessons learned from Webvan. Instacart is now valued at close to $8 billion. That right there, guys. Woo! That's a big cha-ching. Pets, 6 Degrees, Ask Jeeves, Web TV Color, and Index Medical are a few other examples of innovative startups that failed despite their market leadership. The point is, building a startup always comes with challenges, with or without direct competition. To build a successful startup in a competitive space, define and execute on your unique differentiators. Here are 3 ways to be different without reinventing the wheel. The first one is segmentation. Differentiation through concentration is one of the most effective ways to stand out in a competitive market. It is about customizing an existing product for a niche while adding features and benefits tailored to the chosen group. If you've been kind of paying attention, guys, that's kind of what we're doing here at Venture Daily. We want to open up this niche of venture capital and founders to a growing global audience. It is segmentation. It is differentiation. And what's really cool is it's me. I'm the only one doing it. Think about that. Use that as an example. In its most basic form, as an example of Dropbox and Box, you could choose to focus on consumer or business buyers. Within the consumer and business groups, there are numerous ways to customize an existing solution or business model to a specific group of buyers. For instance, Patient Pop created a marketing CRM just for healthcare providers. ConvertKit built an email marketing tool for creators and bloggers. Notice how even within the healthcare and blogging groups, there's still room for deeper segmentation. The success of a startup that differentiates through segmentation is dependent on how important its personalization for the chosen group. Not every market segment needs a tailored solution. Sometimes such solutions are good to have, but not important enough to justify customer switching costs. Make sure to validate the market before building the product. I would also add that in the age of and the rise of influencers and personalities, segmentation can also be done and differentiation can also be done merely because you have a unique voice. You have a unique perspective into the system. People follow personalities. People follow influencers. And even though they might have heard the news before, maybe they've heard the idea before, your unique perspective, your unique voice can maybe be the reason why they'll listen to you over other people. Number 2 is a revenue model. Can you make and offer a paid product for free? Well, we do that here all the time, guys. We're always offering stuff for free. Perhaps instead of making money by selling software, you can sell complementary or supplementary products and services at a premium price. To use an example, ProfitWell is powerful analytics software and subscription business. While competing projects are paid, ProfitWell is free. Thanks to this tool, Price Intelligently and ProfitWell subsidiary attracts quality leads to its premium offers. His tool, Uber Suggest, attracts hundreds of thousands of visitors in Neil's blog and agency. Can you align your return with customers' performance? Can you change pricing to only charge for what a customer actually uses? Those are 2 other ways your offer can be attractive in a competing market or a competitive market, even if the product is not significantly different from the competition. Although combining a couple of all the other differentiators in this article will make you stand out and a fierce competitor. Last but not least is customer experience, and I would say that this right here is the number 1 sticky point for customers. Do they have a good experience? Are you a better experience? Are you a better opportunity? Are you a better entertainer than the others? If so, maybe that's why they'll stick with you. Automation through technical innovation is both a blessing and a curse. I didn't know they were going to go this way. In many ways, technology boosted efficiency, reduced costs, and made life easier. The truth is, automation has also opened up many gaps for differentiation through personalization. Actually, I would go as far as to say, and I tweeted about this not too long ago, maybe it was yesterday, that automation actually is one of the banes of what emerged out of Web 2.0 and social media 2.0. That everything's automated now. There's no personalized engagement anymore. So much of what I'm trying to do is add back in the personalized engagement that venture capitalists don't give to founders. Right? That personal touch, that personal voice into this system. There's too much shouting going on social media these days. There's too much automation of hellos and thank yous and thank you for following and thank you for subscribing. Where's the personal touch? I would go even farther and say that if you were to create a product that has your unique personal touch in it, that's worth money. That's worth money. People today, they're inundated with automation. They're inundated with automation. So be less automated. I know it's easier to be automated, but in today's social 3.0, you need that personal touch. Furthermore, if your industry is characterized by high technological standards, differentiation through personalization, there you go, personalization, and superior customer experience is a great way to stand out. Bigger companies may not be able to offer personalized support for lower tier subscribers given their high operating costs and price structure. In summary, if your startup idea already exists, don't drop it. Focus on what makes you unique. To be unique, not that you shouldn't, but you don't necessarily need to build a superior product. You can be different by addressing an underserved market, restructuring your revenue model, and or providing personalized customer experience. I would completely agree with this. In today's world, and I've talked about this in previous streams and previous videos in my old world, but I'll tell you this: in today's world, especially if you're an online content creator, you only really need 1,000 raving fans to be successful. And we've proven this. We've proven this in our previous projects, that only just about having 1,000 raving fans can earn you enough monthly recurring revenue for your service, for your product. It's true. You don't need the world to win, and you certainly don't need the world to live a healthy and comfortable, and maybe I'll go as far as to say, a fulfilling life. True startup story, guys. You got it. Your company just got seed round financed. Congratulations. You're going to the moon. But now you have to scale. You found great talent out in California, New York, Georgia, and even Eastern Europe. So what communications platform will you be using to ensure your international team is always aligned? Well, the answer is easy. Slack.com for Teams. We've used Slack for all of our previous startups, and they've supported us in tremendous ways. And we want to give them a thanks today for supporting vchunting.com. Did you also know that Slack is a great tool for personal use? Yeah, I use my own personal Slack channel to drop in documents, notes, to-dos, and follow-ups to ensure that my workflow throughout the day is right on course. I promise you, if you try out slack.com for personal use, you'll end up using it for your team as well. Go to slack.com to check it out. All right, guys. Well, let's get into today's venture deals for December 12, 2019. Some of you guys have been waiting for this. Iterable, a San Francisco-based cross-channel growth marketing platform, raised $60 million in Series D funding. Congratulations to them. Viking Global Investors led the round and was joined by investors including CRV and Index Ventures. Zeus Living, a provider of furnished homes, raised $55 million. Congratulations in Series B funding. Investors include Airbnb, Comcast, Cease Investments, TI Platform, Alumni Ventures Group, and many more prolific investors as well. Security Code Warrior, an Australia-based secure coding company, raised $47.6 million in a Series B funding. Congratulations. Goldman Sachs led the round. Secure Code Warrior, what's that all about? What's this all about? Secure Code Warrior. Secure your code from the start. Secure Code Warriors is the secure coding company. We have developed an online secure coding platform that helps developers to think and act with a security mindset every day. You know what? This is pretty legit. Congratulations to Secure Code Warrior. Precision Hawk, a Raleigh, North Carolina-based provider of drone technology for the enterprise, raised $32 million. Congratulations. Investors included Third Point Ventures, Millennium Technology Value Partners, and Clear Sky. Arcadia, a Washington-based clean energy startup, raised $30 million in Series C funding. I didn't know clean energy was still a thing. I thought that died in the 2010 area. G2VP read the round and was joined by investors including Macquarie Group, Seek Ventures, Mitsui USA, and Energy Impact. Imply, a Burlingame, California-based real-time analytics company, raised $30 million in funding. Real-time-based analytics company. Andreessen Horowitz led the round and was joined by investors including Geodesic Capital and Khosla Ventures. Y Hotel, a Washington-based DC alternative lodging service, raised $20 million in a Series B funding. More money into the hotel industry. Habit Growth Partners led the round and was joined by investors including Camber Creek. Tynes, a Dublin-based cybersecurity automation company, raised $11 million, not bad, in Series A funding. Accel led the round and was joined by investors including Index Ventures and Blossom Capital. GTM Hub, a Denver-based business success platform, raised $9 million in Series A funding. CRV led the round. Ooh, what is this all about? Let's check this GTM Hub. Let's check out GTM Hub. Oh, Agile at scale. Yo, I know a lot about Agile. Drive alignment, focus, transparency on an organization with GTM Hub OKRs. Automate OKRs using consumer-grade UX deployed on enterprise-ready platform with 150-plus integrations. Interesting. So it seems like it's another product. It's an OKR management, but it's essentially project management, product management, developer management. Legit GTM Hub, good stuff. SurvivorNet, a New York-based media platform that connects cancer researchers and clinicians, raised $3.5 million in Series B funding. Not bad, keeping them alive. Investors included Gatemore Ventures. Camino Financial, a Glendale, California-based data-driven fintech platform focused on small business loans to Latinx businesses, raised $8 million in Series A funding. Congratulations to them. Credito Real led the round. Mabel, a Boston-based wholesale commerce platform for small businesses, raised $3.1 million in seed funding. Investors include Venrock, Accomplice, and Founder Collective. Last but not least, Hype Labs, a Portugal-based software-only mesh networking provider, raised $3 million in seed funding. Energy Innovation Hub led the round and was joined by investors including EDP Ventures. Well, here are your venture deals for December 12, 2019.
Did you know that there's even more value than just audio or video? Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at VC Hunting, and make sure to sign up for the VC Hunting newsletter, where you'll be able to get weekly news on venture capital, startups, founder stories, and the occasional wisdom extracted from Peter's brain. Go to vchunting.com to sign up. And now, back to the episode.
So we're at the final segment of our show. I hope that you're enjoying our the way that I'm formatting this so far. I'm enjoying it. It gives me an opportunity to try new formats and to hopefully give you guys the value that you guys need. Let me know if there's any other ways that I can change my formatting and any other areas that you'd love for me to cover. I really want this to be a community effort. I want this to be something where I'm getting feedback from you guys, hopefully daily, if you guys are willing. Hit the reply button, hit the subscribe button, hit the comment button. Let me know your feedback. And I want to thank so much Maximilian Price. Thanks so much for your question in today's last segment. Ask Peter. Let's get to it. Maximilian Price responded to our newsletter, which is frankly one of the best ways to respond and ask me questions. Subscribe to our newsletter and plus reply. Send me a question, guys. Maximilian Dude says, "Hey Peter, my name is Maximilian Price and I'm a business owner and an aspiring entrepreneur. I've been consuming your content for quite some time now. Salute and appreciate the various contributions. I'm in the process of launching my podcast, Digital Backends. The Z is for pure flavor. Ooh, gotta get that flavor, guys. And I would like to know your opinion on what makes a good, great, lasting one. Perspective-driven or educating. The lane is crowded, no worries, because most lack focus and a value proposition. I truly would like to hear your view on this. Thank you in advance. Regards, Maximilian." Well, Maximilian, I'm going to give you the answer, and it's going to be really simple. It's actually going to be based on some of the stuff that we talked about today in the news article commentary. If you're going to be starting a podcast, let the podcast or the show be authentically you. Let the audience see your commentary. Let the audience see your opinions. You see, I have found that the most non-entertaining shows are the ones where they don't have a spine. They don't have an opinion about what they're talking about. They're not able to add color commentary. And so perspective driven, 100%. You also said, should it be perspective driven or educating? I would change the word educating just a little bit. I'd change that to edutainment. Edutainment. You see, shows, podcasts, anything that people consume has to be entertaining at some level for them to stay there and want to continue to listen. And being edutaining is one of the best ways. They get something out of the content that you're giving. They're being educated, they're being inspired, they're being encouraged by what you're saying, and you're saying it and you're telling them and you're helping them in an entertaining way. This is one of the balances that I've had to learn over multiple projects, figuring out how to be an edutainer and more than just an entertainer or more than just an educator. I think there are places on the spectrum for people who just want to educate people and people who just want to entertain people. However, I think the best combination is throwing both of those together. Add your personality, add your flair, add who you are, but give them something. Give them something that will educate them, that will inspire them, and help them be a better version of themselves, whatever that may be. Maximilian, I hope this was a helpful answer. I'm trying to do my best to be authentic and real and engage with you guys and bring you guys into my world. Let me know how I can do a better job. Thanks so much for being here, guys, with Venture Daily, presented by VC Hunting and me. I'm excited to do this every day. And let me know. Subscribe, comment, reply. Give me your feedback. There's lots of opportunities for you guys to be part of this. And I thank you guys so much for being here. We'll see you tomorrow.